everybody. I've got some really fun cards to show you today. We're going to make some cards with the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. And I'm going to show you some old school techniques that I've revisited with this card class. And we're going to have some fun together. I'm so glad you're here. When you come on, make sure to say hi. Let me know how you're doing, how your day's going. While you're jumping on, I'm going to find myself on my video today, on my iPad rather. It's right here in front of me, and that way I can see what you're seeing. And then I'm hoping today I will be able to see your comments as they come in. We had our internet people come out this week, and they hardwired in my computer, so I should be right with you on the comments today. And here's Liz. Yay, she's on. And Diane, hi. Oh, that's wonderful, Diane, to go have lunch with Gary. That's fabulous. Yes, I know you'll watch the replay. You're very faithful, always watching. I think you'll like what I have to show you today. And welcome, everyone. If you're new here, I'm Joey, and this is my Create with Joey page on Facebook. This is a Facebook Live. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching a recording of the Facebook Live. If you're watching on my Facebook page, I would love for you to follow my page and for more videos and tips and what I want to say, samples, lots of card samples. And if you're watching on YouTube, I want to invite you to follow my channel. You know, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the video, which I hope you do. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn my camera down here. I have to click a tool right here. Hi, Jamie. Oh, I see you jumped on, Jamie. I hope it's okay. I said hi to you before you made a comment. I shouldn't do that. I should wait till people say hello. Okay, let me click. I'm going to go upside down. There we go. And then you'll be right side up. So hopefully you're not motion sick. Let's see how this goes. Looks like I'm all, you know, I've been, so first of all, we cleaned my stamp room yesterday, so everything on my desk got moved. So let me get a little bit more oriented. Maybe a little bit more yet. Move this over just a touch, and then that should be pretty good. Let's see how that goes when the video catches up. It takes Facebook a minute or two to kind of get situated. It looks like I need to come still just a tad bit this way with my glass mat, and then we should be pretty well set. That looks pretty good. Okay, first, before we get into our projects, I just want to tell you about next week's summer camp. So I hope you'll come camping with me next week for my virtual summer camp. I'm going to have prizes every day. I'll have projects every day. I'm doing some projects that are a little bit more, how do I want to say it? They're more in depth because I'm only doing one every day. But then I will also send the PDF for each of these next week, each of the projects to my newsletter subscribers. So if you're not one of my subscribers, you might want to sign up for that. I'll put the link in the comments right now. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put the link in the video description if you want to make sure you're on my email list so you don't miss any of the summer camp. I'm going to have prizes every day. If you come on and comment and watch, you'll be getting your name in the drawing for every time that you make a comment, and every one that you watch, and everyone that you share next week. And I'll have surprises. At the end of the week, we'll have a camper of the week. So don't miss it. It's going to be my same time every day at 12:30 right here on my Create with Joey page, or it'll be on my YouTube channel. And okay, that's how I have to say about that. Hi, Shar. Yay, you're here. Okay, what we're making today is a bundle from our projects made with a bundle from the annual catalog called Thoughtful Journey. If you have a Stampin' Up! Catalog, it's on pages 46 and 47. We're going to use this paper, the Thoughtful Wishes. Is that what it's called? The paper? Thoughtful Designs paper. No, wrong. Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. This paper is what's called the Thoughtful Designs. I do have a project with this later in the week, this paper, but today we're going to work with, well, later in the week. I'm already confused. We're on Saturday. I'm usually on Wednesday. Hi, Liz. I hope summer camp will be fun. Char, thank you for sharing. Hi, Cheryl. Yay. Okay. We're got people here and I'm anxious to get started. So let me bring out our first project. So I promised this week we would do a few, I don't know if this would be old school, but it's kind of old school. Those of you who've been stamping for a while, you've seen this technique and I'm sure you've done this technique. So what I've done for this one is, and I've moved my, I've moved my dies. These are the deckled rectangle dies. I don't really need them because I've already done it, but I was going to show you how I did it. So this is just a piece of copy paper, and I die cut these frames together. So then I took this off and I die cut the circle, then I laid them back together. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I die cut the deckled circle. These are two different sets of dies. This is a deckled rectangles. This one is the deckled circle. And then I used this is low tack tape. This is double-sided low tack tape to hold them together, just because I'm going to be rubbing ink on them with the blending brushes. So I don't want them to come apart just because I want the edge of my circle to be a clean circle. Does that make sense? Hi, Julie. Oh, yes, it will be fun. Hi, Carol. Welcome. Gosh, I'm so glad so many of you could join me today. This is not my regular day. I'm usually on Wednesday. And Wednesday, I just had a terrible night. Tuesday night, I had a stomach ache and cramps. And this is crushed curry. And I'm just taking a blending brush and I'm just going over my cardstock on the top. Just rubbing off a little ink on my ink pad, kind of blotting it off, and then starting off the edge, because I don't want a blob of ink. See how there's blobs of ink here when I stamp it off? So I don't really want that on my design. Anyway, I just didn't feel well, and it took a few days. I was up and around on Wednesday. No, Wednesday I was just down. I decided I was just going to rest all day. I wasn't going to work. I drank herbal tea and I rested. I watched a Survivor show. No, what's it called? Oh, it's a show on Netflix called Alone, and it's about people who are highly trained survival people, and they get dropped off. And this was in Saskatchewan. This is Petunia Pop, and we have blending brushes. They come in sets of 3, and so you'll get 3 little ones or you get 3 larger ones. I just happen to have a small one that already have Petunia Pop on it, and again, I don't want it to be too blobby. So that's a technical term, blobby. Anyway, so I watched that show because you can just on Netflix, you can just binge watch things you haven't watched. And these people have to survive in the wilderness. But I think they let them have like 10 things with them, something like that. I'm going to go back over this a bit and darken it just a little bit. And I'm kind of rubbing the petunia into the crushed curry just a little bit. I do want it to kind of crisscross a lot. Cheryl, you think Stamp Camp sounds fun? I think it'll be fun. I'm really excited about it. I've been making my projects this morning. I have been collecting ideas for it, but when I got to not feeling very well this week, I wasn't sure we were going to be able to pull it off this week. I might have to put it off. But the last week of the month is always super busy. I think we might call this good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now I have my Pretty in Pink out here, but I don't think I used it for my original. So we're gonna not use it. You could use 3 colors. something that would kind of pull those two together. But now here's the magic. So when you take off your mask, so what is this technique called? It's just called masking. M-A-S-K-I-N-G. It's just called masking. There's also reverse masking, which we're not going to do today. But this is something I learned early on in my stamping and had a lot of fun with it. I'm trying to find my tool here. I'm going to just gently lift off this double-sided tape. Now, if you don't have double-sided tape, or like painter's tape, I think is a low tack. You need to try it on your cardstock first before you put it on your what you're really going to work on. And I always put this, can you see the little lint on this tape? So I always rub it on my pants before I actually put it on my card, just to ensure that I'm not going to it's not going to be too sticky. So now I'm going to grab my black. Hi friend, did I tell you hi? I don't know. And Vicky, hi, I'm glad you caught me live. That's fabulous. Okay, we're going to take a stamp out of the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. Long time ago, if you've been stamping a while, and it has been quite a long time ago, we had some solid coneflower stamps. Maybe it was even just one stamp. And we did this technique so many times with that stamp. Or, you know, kind of a variation of this. I'm gonna go back and make sure this is really inked well, because I don't want to have to take time to redo my image. So I'm stamping with Memento Black, and I'm just gonna stamp into my masked area, but not 100% into it. So we're just gonna go to the left with this beautiful stamp. I have colored with this one too. It's really easy to color with it, like either using your blends markers or even colored pencils. Isn't that pretty? Just like that. I just think this is a really fun technique that's really easy, and it's packed so wow. Both to you making it, while you're making it, it's fun, and then it's fun for people to get it because it makes such a pretty card. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Hi friend. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's fine. I'm so happy you're here. Masking is really fun, and it is so easy. So you can use any shape of dies that you have. I just chose the deckled circles with the deckled edge of the rectangles because I thought they were pretty together. And now there's this little texture stamp. I don't know really what the right term for these are. I just call them texture stamps. And I'm just going to do some stamping of those little dots in Petunia Pop. Gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. You know, I'm distracted looking at your comments because I'm so excited that I can see them. I've been so frustrated with that, and that Tuesday was kind of a hectic day. It probably contributed to my stomach ache all Tuesday night because we had window washers here, which was just fabulous. You know, I'm always wanting to get those things done. We're gonna put Dearest Friend just down here. I love this greeting. I think it's just so lovely. I know the friend I'm gonna give this to right now. She's a choir director like I was for many years, and she's out with teenagers singing on a tour, singing at churches and youth camps. I don't know where all they're going, but anyway, she's gonna get this card. When she gets back, we're gonna go out to lunch. So I'm gonna just put this, I think this is just a simple 4 by 5 1/4. Let me check it. Yeah. So, and this is the largest deckled rectangle die. Since I was cleaning, I moved my dies. I keep these dies right on my desktop in a basket because I reach for them pretty often. So, anyway, so I love Petunia Pop, so I thought this would be pretty with Petunia Pop. Is that right? Yeah, for a minute that didn't sound right. Then we're gonna just mount this on our, here's our sample. Just mount this on a white thick cardstock base that it measures 5.5 by 8. Gosh, what is going on with my tape runner? I think this is a new one. Or maybe, well, no, it doesn't look like it's new. All right, so you know what you can do if this happens to you? You can grab your silicone mat, because there's something about the silicone mat. Did you see that? I think because it gives it just a little bit of give, and then it will make your tape runner work better. Oh, Fran, you like the decal dies? I do too. Well, the other thing is, they have so many dies in them. The circles go really big. Let me grab them just a second. I went and grabbed my box of dies, so let me pull these out. Okay, so here we go. So look at all these that you get with a circle dies. They're called deckled circles dies. So that's what we use for this. And then this is the deckled rectangle dies, and I used the largest one in this set. So that's those, and as I said, I keep them right on my desktop. Okay, we're just going to put a little bling on this, and then we'll be on to our next one. For this, I'm going to use the Adhesive Back Pearl Trio. It's called. Let me kind of clear out my space here, and get organized here. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get this out of the way for now. We might need it again. They're so handy to have. I almost took a picture the other day of me getting ready for creating, because I get out. So next to my glass mat, I have this mat, which I use all the time to hold small die cuts and things like this. I get my silicone mat out. I get my cleaning pad out, and I have all that ready before I start to create, because you need all of that. Now this color is Petunia Pop, and these gems are all the same size, but they're really shiny, and they have a little tiny bit of shimmer to them. All right, kids, there's our first card. What do you think of this one? I thought it turned out really pretty, and I love the little speckled dots. And these dies are all from this stamp set. I'm not using anything that isn't in this stamp set. So here's that little speckled dot. I call it a background, not necessarily a background stamp. You could call it that, but a texture stamp maybe is a better word for it. So there's our first one. Hi, Christy. Oh, hi, Pam. Gosh, and Kathy. So nice to see all of you today. I am so excited I can see you come on and say hello. If you weren't here at the very beginning, I was talking about how excited I am that I finally called our internet company, and I said, you've got to come out and get my computer downstairs, my laptop, to go at a faster speed so I can see my friends' comments when I'm trying to show them something. And then if they have a question, we're going to go on and make this card. I can answer them when they're asking instead of, got to think about what I'm doing, instead of later, because then they either forget their question or I don't get back to them until later. Anyway, they were so nice. They sent 3 guys out that were the friendliest, most personable guys, and they were so helpful. You know, they weren't just doing their job. They were trying to help, which I was so grateful for. So anyway, this is an exciting day because I can see your comments right as you make them, or shortly after. It might take a little bit. All right, kids, this is the 3D, what is this called? Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. And it's just white on white. And then I took some of that Thoughtful Journeys paper. I was just going to show you. Is that the side that I cut, or was this side? Yeah, so this is the way, this is a 6x6 panel, and I just cut a 2-inch strip by it. Now, and then I cut some off the top, so this will be equal to 5 inches here. Now, when I first showed this card, I didn't use a full piece of 6x6. I had, and I still have, lots of strips of 2x6 pieces of paper, see? So I can make this card in multiple colors, but I wanted to show you this particular, I just love this particular print, so I kind of wanted to do this one for our Facebook Live today. But honestly, every print in this group of papers is just stunning, and the back is stunning too, so you can't pick one that's not pretty. So I actually was trying to come up with a card that I could use up my strips. Okay, it looks like I do not have everything for this card, which will really annoy me because I looked earlier but oh, I do. I lied. Okay, great. I have everything. So what I've done for this card is, I don't know if I showed you the dies at the beginning. I used this die once for the Petunia Pop Shimmer Glimmer paper, and then I used this flower die, this detailed one. Sorry, I'm out of the picture. This one for the pink, pretty and pink flowers, and the white, basic white flowers. So that's what we have die cut already. I did do quite a bit of the die cutting today just to help move things along. We're going to, this is a thinking of you fondly. I remember my mom used to sign cards, fondly Elizabeth. Her name was Elizabeth. I think when I see that word, I always think of my mother. Okay, so we're just going to stamp this. This die cut is from the Stylish Shapes dies. So if you put in an order this week of $45 or more, you're using this host code. You have to use this host code. I will send you all the supplies to make these cards. Now, I will do all the die cutting, like I'll have this embossed for you. I will do all the die cutting of dies that are not in this bundle. If they're in the bundle, this goes back like this. Then I'll send you the paper to do your die cutting, but I won't do the die cutting. I did want to show you this. So this is Petunia Pop Glimmer. I'm putting it on the white. It matches up with the flowers. Can you see that? I don't know. It's kind of, let me grab a darker piece of paper. Let's see if you can see this better. It lines up with the flowers like so. I wanted to show at least one card that lined them up. So let's line them up. I'll put that down so you can see it a little better. Let's go. Probably just going to use like little tiny dabs of Tombow glue. If you wanted to not mess with glue, you could easily use adhesive sheets. I'm just putting just a few little tiny dots on this guy. Usually when I think about using adhesive sheets, I've already done my die cutting. But if you like to use adhesive sheets because they make your whole die cut a sticker, then that would be a good idea. I'm going to pull out my tweezers here and see if I can, whoops, can I pick that up with my tweezers? Maybe not, because it's so, no, let's just go with good old fingers. And then we're going to match this up here. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm just going to try and not get glue everywhere. Let's hold on over here. And then just match up these stems like so. Makes sense? Okay, line it up, line it up. Liquid glue gives you a few seconds to get everything lined up. Get these guys lined up and that guy. lined up. Of course, I'm on Facebook Live, so they are like, no, we don't want to go where you want to put us. Like, kind of like this. Okay, well, you get the idea at least, right? So they line up. I'm not going to take too much time with it. And then let's just go ahead. This is going to go like this. So what I think I'll do for this guy is I'm going to pull out some mini glue dots, and I'm just going to squeeze them just squeeze them together like so, and go ahead and put them on like that. Just squeeze so it's kind of in a little bunch like that, and put them on places where there's a little bit extra cardstock, maybe 3 places, like so. Okay, so whoops, probably should have done that on my silicone mat. That would have made a little more sense. Here we go. Let's go ahead and we'll kind of put this off of the paper a little bit so it shows up a little bit more and at an angle. And then let's do the same thing to this guy. Let's just put some just merely squeeze some dots. What's going on with this? He does not want to stay there, so let's kind of make them stay together right there. And again, just squeeze. Find a little fatter place to put your glue dot. And let's do at least one more. I try to do at least 3. It's kind of delicate, but I wanted to show you how those fit together so that you knew they did, because when I first saw the dies, I didn't know that they fit together. I kind of found out by accident. Okay, so there, we're stuck down with our mini glue dots. Now let's just grab some dimensionals and put these on. If you do put in an order of $45 this week to get this class for free, there are 4 cards that come to you. Oh, what's I gonna say? I had something else to say about it. Oh, you'll get a free PDF tutorial with all the measurements and the photos, and so you can recreate them or use what you have at home. We are in the business of substituting with what we have because we can't always buy everything. Even though we would like to buy everything. Okay, so I'm gonna, okay, that looks pretty. I don't know, fighting myself thinking that why didn't I put ribbon on this, but we might come back to it. I did put gems on it. For this one, I used In Color, this year's In Color Shimmer Gems, I think they're called. Yes, 2024-26 In Color Gems. And it looks like I've opened one of these, but yeah, okay, we'll do this one. I think I've opened this one. Although I don't see that I've used any. Do you hate to open a new bag of gems when you think you've already used some? Maybe we could actually use some other colors here. I don't have any green on it though, really, or yellow, so let's just go for it. Let's do pink. Let me grab my tool, wherever that went to. Get this stuff out of the way. I'm trying to keep my surface, my work surface cleared off, because otherwise I end up with like, I'm working like in a 6x6 space. I'll put these are so pretty. I don't know if these are in stock right now. They might be sold out, but they're coming back because I think they've actually sold out one other time and then come back in, because I imagine they'll have some issues with these being in stock all year long because they're just so pretty. I mean, look at all that. And the In Colors are just so pretty. So there's our second card. And now I haven't looked at my laptop to see. Liz says, I really like that the dies are much easier than trying to put the little die cut flowers on the sprig. Christy likes it. Okay, very good. All right, there's our second card. I just love this paper. It is just like walking in. I wish I could walk into this paper and just be looking at all the gorgeous flowers and landscape. It's just so pretty. And these are kind of my colors. I'm kind of a pastel girl for the most part. All right, so there's that one. Let's go on to our third card. So when you get your kit for the card, these are the things that you'll get in this particular card. You'll get the card base. Then you'll get a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. You'll get a piece of this DSP that is going to measure 3 by 4 1/4. You'll get a decal circle. I used it for these cards too. You'll get the shimmer paper to die cut this gorgeous die, and then you'll also get, I'll have this one die cut for you. So that's what you'll get in your card kit for this card. Let's go ahead and make this one. So here is the technique I was talking about. We're going to go ahead and actually just put this plain piece of white down on our card just like it is. We're not embossing it or anything like we did to the last card. We could, but I just wanted to not take away from my from the beautiful paper. And then this gold, well, it's actually peach sprig, peach shimmer paper. Now what I wanted to show you, let's see, we could use this side with this, or that kind of covers it up, or this side. I think maybe this side. So we're going to tear this. This is just torn paper technique. I think it's just called that. You're going to tear it towards you. And if you tear it towards you, you get to see that little white edge. And I'm holding my thumb there to kind of control how much I tear off. So I'm going to actually do both sides of it. Do this side, and then I'm going to do this side. And I'm going to do the same thing, holding my thumb there close together. You'll have to forgive my messy nails. I started to think I was going to do my nails, so I was trying a new color I bought, and then I didn't do it. So I'll get it done. So there's that. And then this is going to go on like this, just really simple. It's really simple. It's just I'm calling it an old school technique of torn paper. Because again, when I first learned how to do this, I thought it was the coolest texture. It adds texture and interest to your card. And I'm going to pretty much put this in the middle. Maybe it's upwards just a little bit. Then let's do our stamping before we go on. So now we're going to actually stamp this image with our pretty peacock ink pad. So there's another flower image in this set. So as soon as I find it, here we go. We're going to stamp with pretty peacock ink, this gorgeous little flower set. Then we're going to do another fun technique that's very simple. You're just going to grab your blender pen. These come in a group of 3, and they just have a solution that makes them blend ink together. But for this purpose, we're just going to, hopefully this one is still damp. We're just going to color in the flowers, and when you put the blender pen next to the ink and just color like so, you're just catching the edges of the ink. It actually colors the flower or whatever you're stamping with. So I thought that was really pretty. It's, again, just a technique that's super easy, and it adds a lot of beauty, and it's really easy. You know, you can do it on any card that you are making. Let's go ahead and stamp the greeting. You make life better. Let me find the stamps. I always have everything really organized before Facebook, and then I try to stay organized during Facebook, but it's not always, it doesn't always happen. Okay, so I'm trying to straighten this image. Oh, pretty good there. You make life better. And I'm just taking my colors from the DSP. And there are a lot of colors in here. You obviously could pull out a lot of different colors, but that's what I'm using for this one. And then I just love this die. It's just so beautiful. So I wanted to use this die, and I wanted to not have too much competition with it. So I don't have a lot else on this card, but again, we're gonna use the same thing. Squish our mini glue dot and put it on the wider spots. Just squish it with my fingers. And let's do 3. Now again, if you wanted to have this whole thing be a sticker, you're just gonna run it through your die cutting machine you put the adhesive paper on the back of the shimmer paper, and then run it through your die cutting machine, and then the whole thing becomes a sticker. Okay, so we're just going to put this one down like so. Looks like maybe we need one more mini glue dot up there. And if you get it down and you still feel like you need, I'm just sticking that on without bending it too much. So isn't that so pretty? And then I'm just gonna put our little flowers on top of this. I felt like it needed more than just the greeting. So I'm gonna put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this. You cannot go wrong with this paper, my friends. And actually, the last time I looked was a few days ago, and it was on low inventory. So if it's not available right now, just get it on your list and just get it when it comes in, because you will love using it. Some of you, I'm guessing, you already have it, and others of you may not have it yet, but I think you'll really, really enjoy it. It's just so yummy. You could just keep making card after card. And I have hair on my card. And you can have, you can have limited colors of ink pads and still make a lot of cards with this. Let's go ahead and kind of overlap our greeting to our flower, and then let's get back to some gems. So let's do, well, we could do these, or we could do these pretty peacock pearls. I think I'll do that. Let's do get this stuff out of the way. The pretty peacock pearls. So we're gonna go, let's go up here. These pearls are iridescent. Is that in the name? No, it's not in the name. Pearl is in the name, adhesive back pearls. But they're so pretty, you guys, in person. I don't know if you can tell how pretty they are on the video, but there we go. So there's our third card. You make life better. Here's my sample. Now this is with a different DSP, but the same idea. I made the card exactly the same way. So now I'm gonna have to pull up my, Diane, you're home? Oh. He won't miss bingo for his wife. Diane's husband is getting care in a facility where she goes to visit him, and he's doing bingo, so it doesn't matter if she's saying it doesn't even matter if she's there, he's not missing bingo. I understand this. My mother-in-law is in a retirement community, and oh my gosh, we have to get on her calendar weeks ahead of time to spend time with her, because she's got bingo, she's got card club, she's got Bible study. It's just kind of crazy. So there's our second card. Pam, you like this one? Thank you. Julie likes the torn edges. I know, Julie, I forget to do these techniques too, and I saw a friend of mine the other day. Well, actually, it's a video she did last summer on, well, it doesn't matter on what, but she did it, and I thought, I haven't done that for a long time. Vicki, you already have the paper, and you're going to make these cards. Excellent. I'm happy about that. Okay, so there's our third card, and we're already ready for our fourth card. Now, for the fourth one, we're actually going to stamp one of the flower images and do a little coloring. So I'm going to grab just, this is just scrap paper. And we're going to do, let's see, where's the flower though? Here's the flower. And we're going to stamp this in green. Did I get out my Mossy Meadow? We're going to stamp this in Mossy Meadow ink. Well, thought I did. All right, hang on a second. I don't know where it is. Let me just grab. Is this Mossy Meadow? No, that's Pretty Peacock. Here it is. I had it in my stamp case backwards, so the name wasn't on the front. So I had it. I didn't have this out. I had this out. That doesn't work very well when you're trying to find the name of the ink pad. Okay, so we're going to just stamp this in Mossy Meadow ink on basic white, like so. And then I decided to actually keep these flowers pretty monochromatic. So I'm going to also color in Mossy ink. Oops, I don't want that. Good heavens. I got flustered when I couldn't see my ink pad because I thought I had pulled them all, but I had not. I don't dare leave my stamps not cleaned laying out on my work surface because I will make a mess. Now I'm going to take my light Mossy Meadow. Okay, just take a deep breath, Joey. It's okay. Oh, I was having fun with our camp projects this morning. Oh, you guys, I have the most fabulous. I'm doing both flowers and leaves in Mossy Meadow. I know, it seems odd, but when you see the card, I think you'll see the method to my madness. Anyway, it's the most beautiful fancy fold card I probably ever made on Facebook Live. That will be Monday. And I have the days mapped out. I will send it to my email list. And then my email list will get the tutorial every day for the project that I show. Each day there will be a new tutorial that will come to your inbox for the summer camp projects. So make sure you join me, and then or watch on YouTube. So I do my Facebook Lives and then I upload them right away to YouTube so that you don't miss. But if you want to be live, you need to go to my Facebook page. I'm trying to get a program where I can understand how to do YouTube and Facebook at the same time. I just haven't gotten there yet. I'm gonna get there. Let's see, we want this one, I think. Yeah, this one. And then I think that's all we have to die cut. Yep. Okay, let me get the die cutting machine and we'll get this one going. Okay. There we go. Get this in the screen. And I closed my computer looking for the iPad. Liz, you like the Mossy Meadow? I know, it's weird though. When you see the card though, you'll see why. I think it's kind of weird, but I thought it worked actually the best on my card. So that's where we're going with it. I haven't done it before either, before this one. Who wants green flowers? This is a young plant in the spring. So these are flowers just starting to come out. So they are still green. We're going to go with that. Oh, you're talking about my mother-in-law's calendar. We do have, I mean, it's crazy. And she will not miss, she will not miss anything for us. And so, you know, we have to call and find out when she has time for us to come see her or take her out to lunch or dinner. We're so happy that she's so happy where she is, that she has friends and activities. She lived on her own after Steve's dad died for a while, not very long. One of our nephews was living in her basement. He's a firefighter. At the time, he wasn't married. So when Grandpa died, he moved in with Grandma and lived in and was there for a while, but then, you know, he's a young adult, so he met a girl and they got married and they have children. So he's been long out of her basement, or was long out of her basement when she moved to the retirement community. So we're very happy for her. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Let me bring out the cards so you can see where we're going with this. I know what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you how I cut the paper for this. So I also said that I would show you some ways to use your DSP so that you didn't have to cover up one side of it. So that's what we're going to do with this card. Here's our stamp for that. Let's go ahead and I have already, let's get our bits out. So these are all the things you'll get in your card kit. Kind of. You'll get enough to make the card. I think I put some extra in here. So let's go ahead and we've got all these bits. These two labels were cut from a different, these are Unbounded Beauty. Is that right? Unbounded Love stamps. Dies. Pretty sure. Let me grab the Petunia Pop. I thought I might still have it on my desktop, but I don't. I cleared everything off of it other than just the stuff we're using today. I'm going to put the thanks a little bit to the right. There we go. But I wanted to show you how I did the paper for this. So let me grab my cleaning pad quick. I'll get this cleaned off. Okay, if you've watched me very long, you've seen me do this before. So this is our DSP. I have cut it 4 by 5 1/4, but we're gonna put this inside like this so it opens like that. Okay, then what I did was, if I see if I can fit this together like I did it. This tree was over here. Yes, because this was a 6 by 6 piece of paper. So I trimmed them so they would kind of go together, because this is going to go on the outside of our card and this is going to go on the inside of our card. So let me go ahead and get this going so you can see what we're doing here. So I'm going to put this piece, I'm going to center it in the inside of our card. This white cardstock is 5 1/2 by 5 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then it's scored at 1 1/4. Let me check that. Yep, 1 1/4. So I'm going to just take my tape runner and we're going to put the adhesive not right next to the score line, but just a little bit in. And I'm going to put quite a bit of adhesive there, and then I'm going to center this back up again so that I have my even margins all the way around, about, you know, like about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And then we go ahead and put this down, and then voila, when we open our card we can see both sides of this absolutely gorgeous DSP. All right, then I trimmed this one at a height that I felt like went across the card. You obviously don't have to do it that way, and some prints won't work, but I thought this kind of worked with this one, so that's why I did it that way. So let's go here with this little strip. This strip is 1 by 5 1/4 right here, like so. Okay, so there's the basis of our card. Then we've got our main focal point here. So let's get these guys together. And then this was actually kind of an afterthought. Originally I just had this, and then I thought it needs a little bit of something behind it. So I went ahead and put a little Petunia Pop label. Same die cut. But just, now we're going to put this just at a little bit of a, oops, darn. Well, this one's going to be different than my sample. So this one is going to angle down, whereas my sample angled up, like so. I don't really love this as much, but it's a, no, I hate that actually. So we're going to turn this over. It wouldn't be my Facebook Live if I didn't tear something apart I'd already done. So now I'm going to put adhesive on the top part of it, and then we're going to turn this around like so. And I like it on the bottom because I feel like it kind of sets off the greeting. So I didn't really like it going on the top. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Now, there's a little flower die in the stamp set, or in the set of dies, that it's so cute, but it's kind of dainty and it can get lost really easily. But we are going to go ahead and put a petunia pot flower on top of our green flowers and green stem. I'm doing the same thing with my mini glue dots. I'm going to get probably only 2 on this one, just squeezing it off, and then let's put it like down here. And then let's take this guy. Now I'm going to put a bow on this one. Oh, I see something I forgot to die cut. So we have to do one more thing. I'm going to put this down here so it kind of shows on the stem of my flower. So we can get by those green buds, yes? With a little petunia pop on top of it. And then this is going to go like this, but I forgot to die cut something, I think. Yep, I did. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it though, because I think it adds quite a bit. This die and these dies work together, but we're just going to do this die, and I have to dig out a little bit of mossy metal cardstock. It kind of blends into the paper a little bit, so that's why. But let's go ahead and die cut it. That's why I didn't see it. I started to say. Let me get all my bits off. And let's get this up here. And then I'll get this. Whoops. Have to get our base here. And then I'll go ahead. I don't know how much I'm in the picture. I might not be in very much, because even though my computer is keeping up with the comments, the screen goes dark. So I have to touch my finger to the keypad to get the screen to come back up. Because, well, you know, I'm showing you. Do you ever just throw your die to get out the die cut? I do that quite a bit, actually. Okay, so we've got that done. Now I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and grab everything else. Again, get it back in the picture. Now this guy, he's going to go on. We've got our purple flower here, kind of moving around a little bit. Like so. And then this little guy, can you see this? Is going to go down like this, and then we're going to put a bow here. So I'm going to grab my mini glue dots again, and I'm going to stick this guy down to the stem, and then right here, like so. Okay, now this little thing, our focal point, we're going to go like this, and then we're going to get a ribbon on it. So let's go ahead and put some, not mini glue dots. Let's just get regular, not glue dots, dimensionals. Joey, these are called dimensionals. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you're here with me. Thank you so much for watching today. I didn't know if people could watch today because it's not my regular day. But maybe Saturday's not a bad day to go live as well. You know, you never know. You try and pick a time that works for you, and then you hope people will be able to watch. And then there's always replay, which is fabulous. On Facebook, it stays in my video section, and on YouTube, it also stays in my video section. So everybody can watch it on replay if they need to. So I'm going to not stick this down for a moment. I'm going to kind of position my flowers. I want them to kind of crisscross that white edge a little bit, kind of at an angle. And then my greeting is going to go, it's going to tuck in here. Well, of course, that's where I have a dimensional. Maybe we'll go like that. So let's put the dimensionals. Here, I put them on the outside so that this will be flatter, tucking into my main thing here. I kind of want this. Okay, so that's going to go up like that. And I know good and well I didn't grab my ribbon. Oh, I did grab my ribbon. So I guess I already put ribbon in the envelope. So let's go ahead and tie. This is called iridescent striped ribbon. No, trim. Iridescent. Whoops, let's try that again. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to fold the ribbon over like so and hold it with my left index finger and thumb. Pull over the loop over and then push this loop through. And while I'm holding that other loop kind of in place, I'm going to pull like so. Make sense? I know this iridescent ribbon, you probably can't see very well what I'm doing. And whenever I try to demonstrate a bow, then I don't tie it as well. So I'm going to retie that. But in slow motion, that's kind of what it looks like. And I usually actually tie my ribbons off of the bolt so I don't waste ribbon, but I think I had cut this for something else. In case you're just jumping on, make sure you join me next week every day, Monday through Friday, or watch the replay for summer camp. Joey's summer camp. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have really fun projects. Okay, let's go like that. Maybe just a teeny bit smaller. I don't want it to cover up my greeting, so I'm going to... That's pretty good. This ribbon is just gorgeous. This ribbon has also been out. I think it's in right now. But put it on your list. Iridescent striped ribbon. If you don't have it yet, you need it. It's gorgeous. And it goes with everything. I like the white and silver edged sheer ribbon too. But it has that silver edge, so not everything goes with silver. But I think pretty much everything goes with iridescent ribbon. I'm going to put my mini glue dots there. We're going to put this little guy down here. So now you can see our little leaves down here. Then, in order not to waste any of this paper, I put, let's see, this one is that, or I have two here, so I'm not sure what happened. I think I just put all the paper that was in this. There you go. Let's use that on the inside. That looks really nice. So let's grab the tape runner, and then we'll go, oh, does this need to be cut? No, it's okay. Then we use up this strip. And then we still have a strip that we could use on something else, and you could put that, look how pretty that is. You can use that too. So I'll just stick that back in with my DSP, and then we will have a strip to use on the inside of another card or project. Anyway, I'm excited about my camp. I don't have all my prizes picked yet, but I do have, well, okay, let me say that again. I do have all the prizes ready. I don't know what day is going to be what prize, but, and then at the end of the week, we'll have a camper of the week, so, which will get another prize. We're going to go back to these pearl gems, and we're going to use the purple ones, because you can't have enough purple. You can't have enough purple, friends, because they're so, so, so pretty. Isn't that pretty? And you don't have to cover up you don't have to cover up one of your favorite sides of the DSP. So there's this one. That's our last one. Let me keep, oh, and I should say, oh, thanks for sharing, Liz. Julie. Okay, I'm going back to your comments. So let me look through your comments so I can answer them. Here's all the cards we made. Well, I'm going to put out my cards and ask you which one is your favorite. So here we go. All 4 cards. These are the card kits you'll get this week. Liz, you like this 4th card layout? I know, it's really good. I have done it before, but I'm glad to show you something you haven't done before. Julie says, just curious, do you like to design cards at a certain time each day, or do you design every day? Diane, Julie, I don't design every day. I work every day on my stamping business. I'm always doing something, but I might be writing tutorials, or I might be, taking photos and marketing, for marketing and for my tutorials. So let me bring you up and talk to you face to face. Yeah, my hair's in a ponytail today because I did wash it, and then we've got the glare, so take that off. I work better in the mornings, so I usually design in the mornings. At night, my brain just doesn't work as well. I try not to come down to the stamp room after dinner. So, and we do sometimes eat late, but I don't come back down after that because I can't get my mind to relax. So in the morning, I find I design much better. I'm faster. I think I'm faster. And sometimes you just have to walk away from it. If you get stuck, sometimes I get stuck and I'm like, I can't get things to work together the way I think that they look pretty, or what I'm trying to do isn't working. So I walk away from it. I have a really good friend that we stamp together, and she often, if we would be in an event and I'd be struggling with the scrapbook page to finish it, she would say, just walk away. So I'd take a break and I'd come back, let me read your comments, and then it seemed to fall together. So sometimes in the late afternoon, I know I'm really blithering about this, sometimes in the late afternoon if I'm designing and it's not coming together and I just leave it, in the morning I come back and I go zip, zip, zip. It just seems to come together. Vicki, I have some dies that don't have the poke holes, and you throw them down. The throwing down really does work. Christy, this dark screen happens to me too, and then I start again. Yeah, it does. Right now my video, even though I'm plugged into the internet, my video is not running. It's just, oh, I forgot I was looking at you. Sorry, I already brought you up. The first one is, Farron, the first one is your favorite with this one. Yeah, I love this one too. And again, that masking technique is one that makes sew cards so easy. Vicki, what time is summer camp? It's at 12:30 every day. Same time my normal Facebook Live is 12:30 every day. Monday through Friday next week. I'll be here every day. And I have most of my projects done. I have 3 done. Well, actually 4 done. So I need to do 1 more. Christy likes the one with the shimmer stem. This one, Christy, number 2. Peggy, her favorite is the last one. I know, don't you love using both sides of the DSP? This is just so awesome. I had another one started here. I don't know if I have it sitting here, but I have both sides of the DSP showing on the next one I was making too. Let's see, Donna, beautiful cards. I like all of them. Silicone mat for the tape runner. Yes, the silicone mat for the tape runner is a game changer. And if you have it right next to your stamping area, you can just grab it and get the tape going, and it doesn't slow you down. Liz, for ease and multiples, number 1. I think it'd be a nice sympathy card. Yes, I think this would be a very nice. It could even be a sympathy card with dearest friend on the front. You could put your sympathy greeting on the inside. That would work. Diane says her creative juices don't flow well late in the afternoon. Yep, that's me. Same. I have to do something different in the afternoon, write tutorials or take photos, things like that. Okay, I'm so glad you were here with me today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. Thank you for the thumbs ups and the hearts and all the comments. And I'm so happy you could join me. So I'm excited about next week. So on Monday, don't forget, because I'm usually Wednesday, and I will send an email reminder. So, but make sure on Monday that you're here, or you just remember to set a reminder to watch the replay. All right, my friends, love you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you next week.